Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Metaverse Masterminds. That's right, you heard me right.
Hello and good
Episode 1.
everybody.
Just bringing everybody
Episode
into
1 of Metaverse
the
Mastermind.
studio.
That's right, you
Good
heard.
evening, everyone. So, yes, episode 1, Metaverse Masterminds. Good evening, everyone. We're broadcast across 5 platforms this evening: Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and YouTube. So I hope you're all tuning in from whichever platform you're on. If you'd like to let us know in the chat box where you're coming in from this evening. We've got Pam, Oklahoma, USA. Good evening, Pam. Adam, good evening, Adam. Crypto Big D, awesome stuff. Rickland Cameron, that's a new name for the channel, I'm sure, but good evening all the same. But before we go on, welcome to all the presenters that have joined me this evening in this wonderful episode 1. Let me just get organised here. It's been a mad dash. Black Country UK, awesome, Adam. It's been a mad dash again this evening, but hopefully we've made it on time. We're here again. So episode 1, who have we got on board this evening? We've got Winnie Skibbs. Winnie Skibbs has joined us from the south of UK. Winnie's just joined us in the Bureau of Forefront, and she's going to help us moderating this evening. We've also got on board Jaywalking Games. Welcome, Jay. Awesome to see you, sir. We'll bring you on later on to give us a little bit of an insight into your story and Dalversal. Sergeant Meng has also joined us this evening. That's great stuff. Great stuff, Sergeant Meng. Good to see you on board this evening. And we've got the one and only Private Buddykins. Lovely Private Buddykins. Moderating the channel and the chat group. Let me just take a quick look through here. Who else have we got? They're coming in this evening. That's great to see. Deborah. Now, Deborah's from South Africa. That's awesome to see, Deborah. Good to see you on the channel. Rickland Cameron's from East London, UK. Great to see you on here, Rickland. Baylor Ganna, Senator Baylor Ganna presiding. That's brilliant. Oh, Mila, you did make it. You're supposed to be at work. We know you're supposed to be at work, so don't get caught. BC Canada, that's awesome. So, guys, we've got a wonderful, wonderful lineup for you this evening. Okay, so where do we start? Okay. Where are we going to start? We're going to start by introducing each and every member that's joined us on the panel this evening. I think that's the best place to start. But first of all, I keep popping up the chat box. First of all, I'm going to explain why this is episode 1. You're all probably wondering, well, why is this episode 1? Because we've seen you guys do this before. No, guys, this is episode 1. You know why? Because this is where it all starts. This is where it all starts, guys. The land sales come tomorrow. This is where the metaverse starts. You thought it'd already begun. It hasn't. We haven't even started yet, okay? We've got a huge universe in front of us, and it all starts tomorrow, okay? So episode 1 is where it all begins, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to invite Winnie Skibbs on. Winnie, now then, I'm going to have to put my earphones on to see if I can stop this god-awful screaming in my ears. Okay, Winnie, if you unmute.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can, Winnie. How are you this evening? Good to see you on in the studio. It's great to have you here. How are you keeping?
I'm good, thank you.
Awesome. What do you think to the layout that we've got here?
It's excellent.
It's excellent.
Very professional. Yeah.
It sure is. And it's a great pleasure to have you on the show this evening, Winnie. especially with it being the first of many episodes to come. And I love seeing that chat box. It's alive. It's coming in. Okay. So, Winnie, how are you doing? And how are you feeling about the whole, the land sales coming tomorrow? Are you excited? Are you anxious? I am.
Well, yeah, a bit of both. Yeah. I mean, you've been given some advice today about just slow down and we don't have to jump in, and which is good because I was feeling like I don't have all the information and there's so much going on. So, but yeah, excited, definitely. Yeah.
It's a very promising platform. It really is.
Yeah.
And like I say, we've been through a journey of, well, how would you describe the journey that we've been? I mean, I've known you for quite some time now, quite some time. So how would you explain to the viewers what's the journey been like for you?
Well, bit of a roller coaster, really. Yeah. How long has it been? Was it only this year? It might only have been this year. Seems like longer, doesn't it? Yeah.
It's certainly been since the Bureau of Forefront was formed. So
Which was
that's
last year.
that was December, so that's about 8 years, 6 to 8 months, yeah. So, and like I say, you've been a pillar of strength with the community alongside us, and it's a pleasure to welcome you aboard the Bureau as well, because there's nothing better than having some recognition for all the work that you've done with the team. You know, Jason's here, Meng, Buddykins, Coach Leon's on board. Sorry, Coach, I didn't see you down there.
Oh, yes, he's there.
I'll open up your camera and you can join the studio with us. But yeah, Winnie, it's fantastic having you on board. And like I say, you've got the experience of all the run up to the land sale. So like I say, we've seen many people saying, oh yeah, let's buy land, But I think the best way of looking at this is slow down. With our experience of what has happened in the past, those people that jump in with both feet always make mistakes.
Yes.
Now, this is something that I want to talk about a little bit later in the show. So if I may, I'll move on to Jason. So Jason can give us a quick introduction of his journey before we move on the show. Is that okay, Winnie?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for your intro. Okay. Over to you, Jason.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Hi, buddy. Yeah, you're coming through fine.
I'm glad to be here. I'm Jason, or Jay. Jaywalking Games is a platform that I've built over the past few years on Twitter, focused on gaming. I've lived with chronic illness for most of my life. Been through a lot of abusive situations, been in a lot of therapy, still going. Several years ago, I was bedbound and on a cane, couldn't work. The only thing left I could do was game. And I've been a gamer since I was 3 years old. And so I was in the Destiny 2 community and eventually got featured as their community focus last September, which was huge. Mm-hmm. My life kind of blew up in December and I found myself homeless. And that's when I joined Hibernation and started trying to be part of the solution, which garnered the attention of Kev and a few others, and eventually joined the Bureau to help the community, help get through the dark time. And you guys have been inspirational for me as I try and put my life back together in real life. And I've had the thing about Dalversal that really excites me. I've had ideas for the jaywalking umbrella because games is just a part of it. I also do writing and art, and I'm working on a film project to tell the story of my life, and I've got a lot of ideas, charitable ideas, philanthropic ideas. And when Dalversal came along, the more I see and the more I learn, the ability to build a community in Web3 on the blockchain.
So it's going to be a big part of what you do then. You're going to enjoy being in the metaverse and integrate what you do, yeah? Yeah, have we got a connection problem at this end? Is my connection okay?
Yeah, I hear you. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Leon.
Awesome.
Okay, Leon, you can take over because it looks like Jason's having connection problems. Welcome, Leon. How are you keeping?
I'm doing awesome. Doing awesome. Uh, I'm excited what I'm seeing here, man. We're moving lightning speed. You know what I mean? That is awesome. That's good stuff. And I'd see that for where we are right now, all the rewards of all the effort we put in is definitely gonna pay off. You know what I mean? Like today I put in the chat box. You know what I mean? That karma always work. You know what I mean? We don't have to fight, and there's always laws that are gonna balance themselves. It's always gonna balance. We don't live in a vacuum. It's always gonna be full up. Every space in the universe is gonna be filled. So when you think that's something not working on your way, and now you stay in the right path to the way you want to go, everything gonna attract everything to make that happen for yourself. So you don't fight with that. So we don't have no energy to give what we don't want. You know what I mean? So that's what I always rest on that. Like when I started buff, I went an interview. I said, you know what? My strategy is to see the spiritual part of everything, which means basically that the forces, the laws that govern things. I mean, I always have to see that from that level, to see the world from that point of view, and that'll give you everything, because everything below shows up above. You know what I mean? But a lot of us just looking at what's happening, not what caused it to happen, and that's the big
Absolutely.
difference. You know what I mean?
And I think we've all got a very bright future ahead of us. We just keep our eye on the ball as we move forward. I
Yeah,
think we'll be
eh,
absolutely fine.
that's where we are right now. Tom, like you said, we got to, by doing that, we put ourselves in a position to succeed. But right now, we gotta pay attention to what we're doing, because each of us have like 4 or 5 accounts. You know what I mean? And that means, and the goal is not the system is not to spread yourself out like a lot of people did in Hypervoice and Hypernation. You not to spread yourself, it's to focus. Because focusing yourself is what's going to give you more rewards, and the system is built around that. That's what Jonah put together. Something that put together you focus, because about having more people, not just one person spreading across the thing because I have resources to do it. But the more individual could be participating in it, is more profitable it is in the long run for everybody else. And that's how we see it. You know what I mean?
Sure. Just 1 second. I think we've got technical problems at this end. What's going on? Sam?
Okay.
You all right? We're back on? Yeah?
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
Okay. I think we're okay.
My background look like upside down. Is that upside down to you, or just my view from here?
Yeah, it's back to front. Your writing is back to front.
Yeah, how can I like, maybe you guys seen it different. I seen it, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah,
don't
no,
know.
mine did the same the other day. That's
It
right.
did? And how did you change it?
You have to go into your camera settings, and
I was
you
in there a
can,
couple of times doing it, but I didn't know
yeah,
what to do.
you can flip it. That's
Am I
right.
good?
Yeah,
There's a flippability. Let me go see.
should be able to go. Into
We're still
camera
testing, guys. We're still testing, so don't forgive us.
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's warm. Let me just put this fan on.
You got to refresh.
A while up. I'll just turn this fan on.
It's a flip. The flip button.
Wants me to talk, but I ain't got a clue. Well, I've still been busy creating. I've got a few designs made, but I've nowhere to put them at the minute. I don't think I want them as NFTs, but I think it's something that.
Just been looking at some banners, haven't you?
Yeah, trying to create some.
I'm not seeing the option, Kevin. The flip option.
Okay, we're back. It's very hot in here this evening. Right. Okay.
Can I? I'd be in your room, Kevin.
You've nicked my sitting room.
I'm in your room. We're talking to each other. We're in the room together.
You're welcome in our room any day, Leon. Okay, can I bring on, let's see if Sergeant Meng is available. Let's see if we can squeeze him in the screen here.
Awesome.
Are you available, Meng?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, good.
We can hear you, sir. How are you keeping?
Okay. Doing good. What about how's everybody else doing?
We're all fine, sir. We're all fine.
I'm doing awesome.
I love the background for the both of you, though.
Yeah, we talking across the desk from each other.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah,
I decided to do something different with my avatar.
I see.
That's an actual photo of me on an M113 tank.
Wow.
That's back in my 9/11 days.
Hmm.
Awesome. Meng, how are you doing? How are you doing up to this run up to the land sales then? Are you prepared? Are you having any technical issues?
No.
How's things going in your land?
Man, I've been busy fixing what Hyper didn't do. So, like,
Okay.
my team and I, we've been up between 2 to 4, a.m. every single night.
Okay.
Trying to fix this, with the whole upline and downline structures that haven't gone through.
Okay. Do you want
So that's a mess.
brief explanation to the viewers what that's about? Because I do understand a couple of members are having the same issue. So do you want to go over that briefly?
Yeah. So the node managers basically told me that, Hyperverse and Satoshi AI were the only two platforms that brought over the downline structure. And Hypernation was of the exception, which meant that any downline and upline structure won't go through with Hypernation. So basically what that entails is that every member has to get in touch with their upline and get their upline's referral code and create a whole new Dalversal account based upon that referral code. And then you got to take your referral code and pass it down to your downline members too. So you have to recreate your whole downline structures again. And yeah, it's been a mess, and it depending on the level of knowledge for your downlines, like I deal with a lot of seniors, so it takes quite a long time. So yeah, it's been a struggle. And for me, I'm switching my upline entirely. So hopefully they allow me to do it. So and I know, Kev, you and I've been at it with the node managers with that. So hopefully they let me switch that around.
Okay. So I think
But yeah, I mean, that's basically what's going on.
Okay. So I think the message there is that we can share with the viewers is don't rush. Okay. This is a process where we want to get everything right. Okay. Now, like I said before, I joined in Hyperfund days. I've been through Hyperverse, Hypernation, and all the others in between. And I've seen disaster after disaster because people have rushed. Okay. Now, we understand people are eager to buy plots of land and what have you. But what we need to do is understand that we all want to get it right this time. Okay, we've got a wonderful platform. We've got an absolutely fabulous team of technicians and people that are transparent, working with us on a one-to-one basis, and people that are, what I've experienced in this platform is something beyond, above and beyond what I've experienced in everything in the run-up to this. If I have any technical questions, I'm not kidding, guys, I've got an answer within 30 to 40 minutes. Okay. So what we need to do is say, let's put our trust in that fact alone and calm down. I've seen so many members saying, you can buy your plots on my planet. Yeah. Oh, we all want that, guys. We all want that. But what we don't want to do is make the big mistakes that people have made in the past. Okay. It's a very important message there. Okay.
Yeah.
So go on, Leon.
Yeah. One of the things being a delegate in Satoshi, my network came over because Satoshi had already started the migration process. That's what created the problem. Because Satoshi started migration, and the migration factor threw off the Hypernation network, because Satoshi was mostly connected with Hypernation than any other one of the platforms. So by doing that, they threw up the old system because Satoshi was migrated. Like my account, the biggest account I had was converted. So my downline is in my network from Hypernation. And my downline from Hyperforce is in that account. Then I have the ones that I have in terms of, because Hyperforce and also Hypercosmo, those are merged together. But it's still Hypercosmo still out. The funds merged, but the downline didn't go anywhere because you have downline in there too. Because Hypernation and Hyperthing is just a wallet, so it still works. So in terms of the downline structure, so right now we need to focus on making a primary account. And Jonah mentioned that earlier.
Right.
He mentioned that earlier when he forced like a couple Zoom he did. He mentioned that we have a Hypervoice Satoshi account, and we need to make a primary account because those funds in those two accounts could be transferred to a primary account. But the primary account could be a building account, the account that you build your network under, because the reward program is on different levels. So if you're not focusing yourself, you're going to lose money. If you focus your structure properly and you put your thing in the proper structure, you're not going to lose money. So you're not wasting effort, because you could do effort and lose out money if they're not lined up properly. And that's one of the things that we gotta understand. So the first priority right now is getting your network right before you start adding products and service to your network. Because if you don't have your network right and you add a planet to it, then you could be wasting your effort because you got to find a way to bring it into one line, this kind of stuff.
You've nailed it with that. You've nailed it, because the thing is, I've seen very few people mention what you've just said, Leon. They're all looking at how many plots of land they want on their planets and such like. They've not mentioned anything about their primary account.
Yeah.
Okay. We've all got 2 or 3 accounts or more, maybe, but nobody's, or very few people are saying, which account are you going to be working with? You know,
your primary account, you want to have your TFR, TFA, you want your TFA line up in there. You want your stone land line up in there. Because stone land is lock. That's your lock account. Basically, that's basically security for the system. So you want to really basically to withdraw that. They don't really want you to do that. That's why it's a fee on it, and also it's the lowest one. They want you to have that for the rest of your life, to keep that money, that keep coming. Because they create a security for the whole platform. Because a smart contract. The minute you withdraw that, you destroy the smart contract. So the node lost a spot, and also you also lose a spot in that account, because they really want you have to create a new account to get the next stone land. You can't even use that account to get stone land. So there's also an X factor there.
Okay, we'll go through that a little bit more in detail. I'm just going to have a quick intermission and we'll go back to the Stoneland plots, okay?
Metaverse Masterminds, broadcasting live across 5 online platforms: Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and YouTube. Join in the lively chat and get your messages posted direct into the studio. Live chat is available from the Bureau of Forefront Facebook page and the Metaverse Masterminds YouTube channel.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the live broadcast from Metaverse Masterminds. We've got Coach Leon Powder talking to us live from the studio. Okay, Leon, we was talking about the Stone Age plots on planets. Would you like to go a little bit further into explaining to the viewers the pitfalls that we need to be aware of before we place our land?
Like I was saying this, recap if somebody missed it, you need to have your primary account. You set up a primary account, so therefore that you're going to do all the activities. Because if you have things in different accounts spread around the place, you lose different levels of rewards for your effort. So that's the first thing you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to make sure you're focusing your effort, because the platform is built for focused effort, not to spread yourself around. That's why they give everybody one account, not one set of accounts, because they could open the platform that you're going to buy 10 accounts if you're just looking for money. But they have a long vision. The vision is down the road, not grabbing and run. They don't have that concept, and that's why I like with you in a project. He have a long-term vision. So you see 10, 20 years down the road he's looking at. You don't have that tomorrow, put money in my pocket and run, because that's easy to do. You know what I mean? So the strategy in your process there is to make sure you have your primary account set up. The one that you do your TFA inside, you have your TFA is there, which is because you want to make sure your TFA and the action you do, you buy planet or you do any of those things, it benefits you. Because if you have a TFA in one account and they don't connect in a way, it's not going to benefit you. And then you end up not getting the multiplier because it's in different accounts. So you put everything in your primary account, you get your planet, you're going on, you're doing. If you only have Stone Planet, then you fall in a situation you wouldn't have the marketing plan, because the Stone Planet don't have the marketing plan attached to it. You have to be part of the bronze and iron. So you have to have those. You don't being a planet owner, it don't really that give you the opportunity for the planet, the taxes. But if you have the lot still, you could go to those plants and you buy the lot, you still tap into the marketing plan. So now the nodes are okay, but the thing is still built for the landowners to benefit. So not only the nodes benefit, the nodes give you a next level of income. The landowner give you an excellent income because they could go into the marketing process where you could start leveling up now and creating an excellent income.
Okay, so at the foundation of it, we want to make sure that viewers are aware that once they unstake their plot on a stone planet, that's
they destroy the contract.
It's
the smart contract, because everything is built on smart contract. That's what we have.
That's right.
The whole system, the DAO system, built on smart contract because the DAOs run smart contract. The Stone Planet built on a unlimited smart contract. You don't have a time extension on it, so therefore to stay alive. So until you withdraw from it, that's when you destroy it. If you don't unstake from the Stone Planet, then so $100 you'll see nobody see the hurt in the pocket. They will keep picking your money all your life. Why you withdraw it? I see nobody being that hard out to do that, knowing that they get a lifetime reward from that. You know what I mean? But everybody get different circumstances. You know what I mean? But that destroyed the plot, and the stone person, the stone owner, lose one of basically one of the contract, because you got 1,000 smart contract. So if you do that, you lose 1 year smart contract by doing that.
That's right.
Destroy it.
That's right. And just to add to this land plot sale, before we move on to a few questions that I've got coming in private, what I wanted to mention to the members and the viewers as well is there's a little bit of a misconception regarding the price of land plots. Now, we all know that the Stone Planet, the Stone Age planet, ranges from 10 DU all the way up to 100 DU. Mm-hmm. Now, it is believed that the planet owner or the Starlord sets the price for the planet. That is not true. That's not the way it is. Okay, the member who is staking the plot of land gets to choose the value of that stake. Okay, but it has got to be between 10 and 100 on a stone planet. Okay, now this is something that I had a word with my node manager about, and she explained it like this. She said, okay, then, so if you have a stone planet, which I have, and somebody stakes 50 DU on your planet, okay, in a month's time, they can choose to raise that stake. Okay?
Up, yeah.
But it's got to be 10% or more of the original stake. So say, for instance, John staked 50 DU on my stone planet and he wanted to raise it. He's got to increase it by at least 5 DU, which is 10% of the 50 that he originally staked. Okay, and he can go up to 100. Not
the max 100. Yeah, you can't go above that. No.
Absolutely. So what we're doing here is making sure that the viewers are aware of these little rules that can sometimes trip people up as they go ahead.
Correct.
So, Leon, many thanks for that, sir.
No problem.
I'll move on, and I'm going to bring Meng onto the spotlight now to answer a couple of questions, if that's okay.
Sure.
Thanks for your input there, Leon. Okay, Meng, are you available?
Yep, I'm right here.
Okay, Sergeant Meng, I've had a couple of questions in from viewers watching on one of the platforms that we're streaming to. And this question has come in and it goes like this. I'm hoping you can take this and answer to the viewers. do you recommend we register for a DID.DAO? Because I'm not sure what this is all about. So can you answer that one for the viewers?
So the DID is just your decentralized identification. So the corporate already said, in the early stages to actually get that set up. So it's from my understanding, it's like security. It'll hold your password into this whole metaverse. Beyond that, I don't know if it's your avatar that's going to be attached to it yet. Do you know if that's your avatar that's going to be attached to it?
It is,
Kevin?
yeah. And as you change the clothing and everything with your avatar, that will be attached to your wallet address, which is your DID.DAO. Okay.
Yeah.
And also to add to that.
But yeah, I think that's the most important part. Yeah.
It is, that's right. And to add to that, every member gets the opportunity to register one .DAO domain free of charge with the company, okay? I do believe, what a star. Private Buddykins is one step ahead of me, and she's already put the link into the chat box so people can click on that, and away we go. Fantastic work, Buddykins. Thank you. Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, Meng, would you like to take this next question? Can we use Hyperpack tokens to purchase land plots?
We can. So currently HPT is going to offset it by 10%. We don't have any instructions on how to do so yet. So that's one of the reasons why why Kevin's been saying, don't jump the gun on it, because we don't have clear instructions yet. So once we get clear instructions on how to migrate the HPT to your primary account, right? So you don't want to be buying on an account that you're not going to use for primary. Once we can migrate to primary account, then we can use it to offset to purchase land. Like even for myself and my team, we're not going to be buying land when it launches. I'm going to sit back, evaluate it, learn how to transfer the HPT, and then reevaluate the whole situation before we start making these purchases.
I think that's a very wise thing to say, to be honest, because let's be honest, guys, what we're losing, a few cents a day, if that, okay, just on a few plots, just to get that information 100% right. We've done this for all these months. We've got that 100% accurate information. That's why we're here now, yeah? Otherwise, we wouldn't have been here now. We'd have made that many mistakes, okay? Adam Price has just said exactly the same thing. I'm doing what Meng's doing, wait for HPT before buying land. We do believe that information will be coming out, very shortly, So again, nothing's spoiling. Just before we move off that subject of the .DAO domain, Jason's given a good comment here. I find myself wondering if our .DAO domain will take people to our planet if we own one. Now, this brings me to a question that I asked in one of Jonah's Zooms. Are we going to be able to have something similar to a URL where we can share that, where people can go directly to our planet? Okay, I know we've got coordinates, I know that, but somebody who isn't used to using the metaverse can just click it and go to our, metaverse profile or our communal area, like I showed last time, the 3D area. I don't know, Jason, that's a really good point. I'll get Buddykins to make a note of that, and that's a question that we can put to the panel. Okay, I'll answer this one. This question comes from Samuel. Can only presenters access the video? Now, I'm presuming you're meaning this video here, yeah? No. this isn't just for presenters, Samuel. This show is for the community. Okay. We decided to put this together so everybody gets an equal opportunity to come on and have their say about what they feel is right for them with the metaverse, you know, their experiences, what they're planning to do with the metaverse and so forth. Now, there is a procedure for members that want to come on the show. Obviously, they have to let us know via the Discord group or the Telegram group. We have to get an idea of what they're wanting to come on the show about, obviously, and then we have to share a link with them so that they get access to the studio. So if anybody's interested in coming on, we have got a guest appearance coming on probably in episode 2 of a lady that's already in another metaverse environment, but she wants advice from us on how we think we can integrate the metaverse with real life. Okay, so that's going to be a really intriguing interview with that lady. So there's something to look forward to there, ladies and gentlemen. So what else did we want to talk about this evening? Right, okay. I'm going to bring up Winnie. I'm going to choose Winnie this time, if that's okay, Winnie. Okay, let me try and get a better view. Let's put Winnie in the spotlight. There we go. Okay, Winnie, can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Okay. The question goes like this, Winnie. When does a plot of land on a stone planet stop giving daily rewards? Now, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, never. And unless you unstake it.
Absolutely.
But yes, you have to claim, you have to actually go in every day and claim the rewards. And if you don't, then you have, what is it, 120 hours, is it? It's not days, is it? It's 120 hours.
No.
Yeah, so you have 120 hours. Otherwise, you lose the rewards for that day. So basically, we have to go in every day and click.
Now, that again is an interesting concept because it's not exactly how I thought it was either. So I looked into this. I'm just trying to get a better screen. Just a minute. That's better. There we go. I'm not happy with that one either. That's the one I wanted. Right. Regarding the 120 hours, you're absolutely right. Okay. But you don't actually lose your rewards. What it does is it stops adding them to your pot. Okay. So basically what it does, it keeps dripping into this withdrawal account. Okay. And then once it gets to 120 hours, it can't fill it up anymore until you empty it. That's the way it works. Okay. So in effect, it does stop adding to it, but that's how it works. So, you know, I inquired, you know, why is this? What's the purpose behind this? And yeah, logically, it makes sense because what the company want to achieve is engagement. Okay. We don't want passive members that just sit back and expect this to come out all the time. Okay. You know, what's the purpose of that? How are you going to learn what the metaverse is about if you're not going in there? Because you can guarantee once you go in there to press that button, something will attract your attention, you know, that'll take you down another route. You're going to have a look at this, that, or the other, you know. So while I've got you on here, I'm coming to Jason after this. Okay, I'll let you answer this one. Then I want to ask you a question. Can we use our pending rewards from Hyper Community to purchase plots of land?
No, only HPT 10% towards 10%.
Okay, and some members might say, "Oh, we've heard this all before." Well, what we're doing here, it's an exercise, okay? because the more times we say it, the easier it is for members to remember, because these things are easily overlooked. So what we're looking at is our pending rewards is used for the TFA program only. Okay, and the others, the HPT tokens, are for the 10% of plots of land for now, but probably something in the future as well. Okay, so while you're on camera, Winnie, would you like to tell the viewers what exactly would you like to create in the metaverse with, are we still called Winnie's World, or did you change the name?
Yes, yeah.
What did you change your planet to?
I called it Winnie's World, yeah.
It's Winnie's World, okay.
It is
So
still
what?
Winnie's World.
So what's Winnie's World going to present to us as pioneers?
Well, that's a good question, actually. Yeah, I've had lots of ideas. Well, first of all, I had this idea of a virtual cocktail bar. Although that'll just
I'm up for that. I'm up for that.
Part of it. I mean, that's just some part of it, which but I was thinking, oh well, yeah, I don't know quite how that would work, but something it could involve is having live music. Like it could be a space where people come and there could be DJs there, for example, actual, real DJs from anywhere in the world doing live sets, and people could come and then I started thinking about it, and I was talking to my husband Peter, and we were talking about our love of rum cocktails, and we thought, well, maybe rum distilleries would like to buy plots on the planet and sell their wares and etc. And as well as music, there could be art.
I'm all in.
Sold there.
I'm all in.
Yeah, and just I keep having ideas at first, because I don't have a business as such, but I know, I mean, like all of us know people with various businesses. So I keep kind of thinking, oh yeah, maybe that could connect to that.
That's an interesting concept, because do you view it as a business?
Well, yeah. It wasn't my first thought exactly, but
exactly.
And
what I'm looking at here, and you are a perfect example of what I see the metaverse to be. It's a living world that is a business. Okay, now business to me in the real world is slog, blood, sweat, tears. Okay, now this might be my experience because of my health issues that I've had all these years, but I look at the world around me outside, and I see I have this image in my head of mice running all over the place, okay, with no direction, okay. And this is what I've looked at. When I look at the metaverse, I look at living, okay, but earning at the same time. And that's what I like to see. It's a living business. This is what I like, because your Winnie's World sounds like the ideal place to actually live and earn, okay. So this is what I'm looking at, and I'm always intrigued for viewers to put in the chat box or ask to come on the show and talk about their idea of what a metaverse gives. What do they think that would make a good metaverse? Because we're all different, we're all unique, aren't we?
Yeah.
So okay, Winnie, thank you very much for coming on stage and sharing your brilliant idea of Winnie's World. I can't wait, but I'm all in. I'll be buying the first round for everybody. Don't all run at once. I'm pretty skint at the moment. All right, can I bring on Jason? Is that okay? I'll bring on Jason, and I want to ask Jason to pretty much go through the same thing. If he was to go into the metaverse. Are you there, Jason? Can you hear us?
Hello, sir.
Okay, Jason. So are you a planet owner yet? I don't think you are you?
Not yet. Okay. I'm excited to stake and excited to get to the point where I can have a planet jaywalking.
Okay, so theoretically then, what is your vision of what you want to gain in the metaverse? I can see what you've written down there, and it's absolutely great. Yeah. And what I was going to say before you go on is I actually me and Sarah lived in an environment just like that, where there was an open deck, okay, in this shared accommodation that we lived in. There was a section of this building that was sectioned off, and it was actually a dance studio, record decks and everything. It was all the luminous walls and curtains and ribbons, and it was basically half a DJ house. You know, it's a wonderful place. If you wanted silence and sleep, it didn't happen, you know. But it was great at the time. We was a bit younger back then, you know. So yeah, coming back to that then, what's your vision of your perfect utopia?
I'm still blown away that this is happening, because I've had an idea for jaywalking and then a bunch of things under it for 15 years and never been able to make it happen. And now I see with Dalversal the chance to do that. And Coach Leon was talking about the long-term vision. It's like I don't have to necessarily be in a hurry, you know. I can take my time and then get a planet and then build it up. And so like for me, I want to take my creative interests and kind of pair them with the social interests that I want to address. Like, you know, I want to talk about chronic illness. You know, I have fibromyalgia. I have chronic PTSD. Not chronic, complex PTSD, invisible disabilities, and my life in the system in America. I won't get into that, but
well, you know, I'll be there to support you in that line, definitely.
Yes, sir, and I appreciate that. I'll be there on your planet too. And you know, even the conversation with Winnie just now, it got me to thinking. One of the things I'm so excited about with Dalversal is that there's still so much to learn, so much to do, so much it can do, stuff that I haven't even thought of yet. So
that's why you're on episode 1, sir.
Yeah, let's go.
That's what I mean. We're only just beginning. Yeah,
we've just begun, and the fact that they've got, you know, the Stone Land and Stone Planet system to be, you know, I don't, and correct me if it's, I don't know. I think of it almost as UBI, but it's kind of like security, and then building. I've been envisioning like my own city. An arts district where I'll have like, you know, my graphic art and stuff like that. A bookstore where you can read some of my stuff, and then I can, you know, maybe curate and feature stuff that other people want to write. And then I was sitting there listening going, I could build my perfect utopia, and there will be other districts too, like a music district and all that. But thanks, Crypto Big D. I want having a community where people can feel safe to be themselves, where people who have been invisible can be visible if they want to be. Let's say somebody comes into my community after it's built up and they're like, man, I really wish you had a dance studio or something like that. Well, build one. and then you've got, it's so great because then you can plug into, like I would be plugging into something that I don't have experience with, which would be enriching for me. And then they would be plugging into my community, which would hopefully be enriching for them. I'm just the growth potential and the potential to have real communities and, like you said, a real life, because I had to go back to work this year after being disabled for like 8 years, and it's been really rough. And lately I've been thinking, I'm like, wow, I'm back on the hamster wheel in the meat grinder when I want to be in the metaverse. So I'm motivated, man.
The thing is, I think what it is, Jason, look at our friendship, how our friendship has evolved over the last 6 to 8 months. Yeah. You know, we didn't know each other before Discord, for instance, you know, and look how we've gelled, we've spoken, and at times we've poured our hearts out to each other. I know quite a lot about you, mate, and vice versa, you know, and you've been my rock and the same in return. Now, if we can do that in Discord on a one-to-one basis, I hear you, brother. I hear you. If you build a metaverse environment where we can share that understanding, and you speak about hidden illnesses, this is one of the major hurdles in my life, the hidden illness that has plagued me for most of my working life. Seriously. Yeah. And let's face it, one of where we live in the UK, one of the worst problems regarding work and the benefit system, and in general, the whole get up and go system in the UK is based on the hidden illness syndrome. Okay. Like you say, fibromyalgia, mental health problems, and so forth. I think you've hit a really, really big nail on the head there. These need to be addressed in the metaverse as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, we all look at the obvious. We look at getting in there, playing games, earning a bit of money, you know, and making a life out of it. But we do need to address those things that are very important. And I feel as though this is maybe what this young lady, I can't remember her name now. What was that lady's name that wanted to come on the show? I can't remember. But whoever she was, she in episode 2, Alice. Thank you, Winnie. I do believe that's maybe what she is referring to, where you join the two worlds together. You know, it's all well and good going into the metaverse. You know, we do not want to be ignoring real life. Okay, and this is something when I first got to learn about the metaverse, which was when it was about 2 years ago when Hyperverse introduced their white paper, and I read it, and I'm like, oh my God, my life's coming to me now. You know, this is what I've always dreamed of. I've always mentioned it and described it as a digital nomad. I want my laptop under my arm and I want to be on a plane somewhere else. That's it. That's my life. Yeah. And that's the way I want to enjoy life. I want to see the world, you know, and I do believe that can be done. But there are always those things that stand in the way, like hidden illnesses. You know, I get an invite to the Dubai event. Oh my Lord, what I would have done to go to that, but this is stopping it, you know? So I've got to find a way of getting through maybe short haul flights now, and I'll maybe hop, skip and jump, and I'll get there in 6 months' time for the next one, you know? So some way we'll make it, you know. And like I said on the last show on Friday, you know, this isn't just about me doing it for me. This is me doing it for the members of the community that we've guided up to where we are now. This is important to us as a community. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, would you like to add anything to that, Jason, before we go on to Meng and drill him to see what he has in mind?
Very well said. You know, Web 2, which people in our generation can, you know, we were there before there was a Web 2, and it served its purpose, but it's quickly becoming a dinosaur and monopolized, centralized. And if we can form relationships through Discord on Web 2, like you were saying, imagine what we can do with Web 3. I love your idea of being a digital nomad. Hopefully we can have coffee or tea one day.
Absolutely. I'm a tea belly myself. Even though I've got Buy Me a Coffee account, I will spend it on tea, you know. But can I just add, before I leave you to move on to Meng, can I just ask your opinion on digital footprint? Do you think it's a good or a bad thing to have a digital footprint in this journey that we're going from to where we're going to? I just want your opinion on this. It's something that's cropped up over the last day or two that I want to get straight in my head. I've got my opinion. I have a very strong opinion, actually, and I will go through that. But I want your opinion. What do you think? Do you think it's a good thing to remember where we've come from? And I don't want to go speaking on and try and veer you one way or the other. What's your ideas?
Sure. I want to make sure I understand what you mean by digital footprint. Like the information about us and our identity that's out there already, or the information we're taking into the metaverse?
Okay. Do you think that we should remember where we've come from?
Yes.
Okay.
it's absolutely important to remember where you come from. Otherwise, it's the whole old saying of if you don't learn from history, you're doomed to repeat it. And like just using myself as an example, diving into my history and my past, and really where I've come from, the good, bad, and ugly, is empowering me to be present now and move toward a future that I never could have imagined. I think it's very important to remember where you've come from.
I think it's part of your healing process as well. If you remember where you've come from, you know whether you're improving or not. Yeah?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm not going to give my opinion on it yet because I want to hear Meng's as well. Okay. So many thanks for your input there, Jason. I'll bring Meng up. Bless you, sir. Enjoy.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you. Okay, Sergeant Meng, are you on air?
Yep, I am.
Okay, Meng.
I agree with you guys.
Welcome back. Welcome
You know,
back.
the whole thing about sharing your story, you know, that's what my planet is going to be based upon. Is everybody has such a unique story that they can share, that they can bring something else to the table. Like for instance, Jason has such a unique story, you know, his life story, especially like with what he's been working on with his Superman series, right? I mean, that's fabulous, you know. And then Kevin, like you know, your hidden illnesses that you constantly battle, you know. And you know, I'm sure everybody else here has a hidden story, like myself, you know. A lot of people don't know that I was born as a refugee because of the Vietnam War, you know, because of what my father done for the Vietnam War, and because my father was a CIA agent, right? You know, so you know, telling our story is gonna, you know, help us heal and help us move forward with life.
Do you see the Web3 era, as in the metaverse and the blockchain? Do you see that as a safer zone in order to come out and talk about our history and our stories?
Yeah, I do. You know, and the nice thing is it's going to be there, you know, on that blockchain forever too.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So.
Right. Okay. I have said since I started my journey in the hyper days, back in hyperverse, I've got a story and I've got a mission. Okay. And my mission will not be accomplished until I get in the metaverse and I have told my story. Okay. And it was based on that I've just asked you, you know, do you feel safer in order to come out public about your history, about the reasons why we do this? And I'm just reading some comments in here about Crypto Big D's daughter's got a hidden illness, a disability, yeah? And I think it's really important that people should be talking about this and supporting each other. And there's one common thing here that I can see, and this is community gathering, community understanding and acceptance. That, in all fairness, I don't see that in the social networking platforms that we have now. Twitter, Facebook, Discord. I've lost that. It used to be there, but I don't see it now. Okay, so let's hope that the metaverse is going to reintroduce that. Okay, yes, it's exciting. The 3d.dalversal.com is an exciting concept when you go in there and have a look. Okay, but I'm hoping that will give people that ability to be open, you know, and be honest about their past. Regarding the digital footprint, I will, you know, explain what that was about. It's come to light that, you know, it may be a bit of an issue regarding where we've come from with the Bureau of Forefront and where we're going with Dalversal. Now, I'm going to give my opinion because, you know, I joined the Bureau for one reason, okay? And that reason was to help members and guide them through this terrible journey of uncertainty and doubt, okay, to where we are today. Okay. Now, I get messages all the time thanking me for helping them and getting to where we are now. So I know that what we did with the Bureau was of great importance. Okay. Now, I don't understand how anybody can be anti digital footprint. I don't understand how anybody can not want to know why people are here now looking forward to what we've got coming. It doesn't make any sense to me. So, in my opinion, I think it's important for people to remember where we've been. Now, the basis of this program this evening was about land sales. Now, what I'm going to do is give you an example of why a digital footprint is important. In my mind, look at what happened when Hypercosmos was launched. Okay. So many members jumped like lemmings off a cliff. Okay. Now, I'll say it as it is. Okay. I was screaming from the rooftop, stop, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Let's learn what the platform's about first. But no. So many members jumped off the cliff and didn't think. They didn't think. A few months later, who was it that had to put up with the flack of those people because they had Hyperbond tokens stuck in Hypercosmos because they jumped? And that's the purpose of episode 1 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I don't want people to make the same mistake again. Simple as that. Okay? I can scream from the rooftops. I'm one person. But I proved it that people made that mistake by jumping off the edge of the cliff. Now, like I said, I don't tell people what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. But when I foresee a problem, and like I said before, what are we missing? By just slowing down, taking one step at a time and making sure we know what we're doing before we make mistakes like happened before. I'm not joking, guys. My inbox in Discord has been constantly overdrive. I don't use it. Like you guys know, I don't use it. But it is still alive with people trying to contact me because they're stuck in Hypercosmos because they jumped and followed suit. I'm sorry, guys. I can't undo what people did. I can't do that. All I can do is what I've been doing all these months and saying, slow down. Slow down. There's no rush. Okay. I can tell you guys, right? Quite a few people probably come on here thinking that I was going to try and sell them land sales. Nope. Land plots, should I say. Not me, guys. Not me. I'm here telling you to slow down. Okay? Slow down. Make your choices. And like Leon quite rightly said, work out which account you're going to use first, your primary account. Okay? That's what's important. Okay, right, I'm going to have a quick intermission, then I'm going to go through a couple more questions. So just bear with us, guys, if I can find it. Here we go.
Metaverse Masterminds, broadcasting live across 5 online platforms: Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and YouTube. Join in the lively chat and get your messages posted direct into the studio. Live chat is available from the Bureau of Forefront Facebook page and the Metaverse Masterminds YouTube channel.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Metaverse Masterminds. I'm General Kev Barefoot and currently speaking with Sergeant Meng in the studio. Sergeant Meng, are you still with us?
Yep, I'm still here.
Okay, sir. Could you answer me this question for the viewers this evening? Just come in via live chat. I was only a member of Hyperverse. How do I get my withdrawals to work? Now there's a good one for you. Chew on that one, baby. Did you get that?
Hyperverse.
I was
Well,
only
yeah. So they
only a member of Hyperverse. So how do I get my withdrawals to work?
so first what you'll want to do is go through your log into Hyperverse, follow the link to Hyper Community, and set up your actual Hyper Community account. And then once that account's set up, then get it authorized to log into to get the Dalversal part, logged in to the Hyper Community. So that way the connection between Dalversal and Hyper Community is now linked together. Depending on if that person wants to stay within that specific downline and upline structure, if they want to, then they can keep that as the primary. If not, then you would want to have somebody else give you a referral link and then, start a whole new account and then transfer that stuff. But to get your pending rewards, it's going to be the TFA. The TFA will be utilized from your pending rewards once it goes live on a first come first serve basis. We don't know exactly what the number is right now for how much they're going to release every day. Right now it's just speculation until they can actually inform us all on the exact amount. So it's just first come first serve. Satoshi AI and the members of Satoshi AI get priority before regular members do. And which I totally agree, because they were the ones that believed in the system first. So they get priority, and then the regular members can jump on the TFA afterwards. And everybody starts off with the 5,000 pack. And then once you get to 100% charged, then you can purchase the 50,000 or 500,000 afterwards. But yeah, that's how you can utilize your pending rewards.
Okay, fantastic, Meng. Thank you for that. Now, I'm going to ask you, Sergeant Meng, we've got our delightful Buddykins in the room. She's doing a great job in the chat moderation area. Now, as you can see, behind Buddykins, everybody, let me just bring Spotlight Buddykins. You can see there that the Bureau of Forefront have created a galactic network of planets called the Starlord Pioneers. Now, Meng, would you like to go through and explain to the viewers everything about the Starlord Pioneers and what the benefits are? Over to you, mate. You give the viewers an insight into the Starlord Pioneers idea.
So the Starlord Pioneer was actually created by Kevin. So right when not land sales, but the phase 1 of planet sales, and the whole idea behind that was to create a constellation of Starlords, and their planets, so that way members can feel safe. Members know that they're going to get taken care of and will be provided with correct information. And that way we can utilize one specific token between all the planets. So right now I believe we have 28, or is it 29 planets, Sarah?
28.
28.
28?
Yeah.
28? Okay. We have 28 planets that range from stone, iron, and bronze. The amount of Starlords, I don't recall right off the top of my head, if you guys remember.
I think it's 13 or 14. I can't remember.
13, 14?
13.
Well, 13 or 14 Starlords. So 13. Yeah, so we've got quite a few. And we want more members. I mean, we want more members. We're doing a lot more with it. These Starlords, we're going to get together and we're going to collaborate, and we're going to work as a team. So that's something different and unique with with us building a smaller ecosystem within a larger ecosystem.
Okay.
So that's my take. And then, yeah.
Yeah, and something that I was explaining to somebody yesterday was that all Starlord Pioneers, in fact, any planet owners, have the ability to get their own node manager. Okay, now what's the benefits of that? The benefits of getting their own planet node manager is that everybody gets the information that can put their heads together and share it in the group. Okay, we all know the saying, 2 minds are better than one. Well, we're looking at 14 or 15 minds are better than one, you know. And what we want to do on that is build on that. Okay, there's no downfall with just joining up. There's no fees or anything like that. What we're looking at is, because I'm not going to beat around the bush. I've had so many people saying, give me your information, I want to put land on your planet. And I've said, no. I know a lot of people that have said, oh yeah, here's my invite. Yeah, but I say no, because I want every every planet owner to get an equal opportunity. Okay, so as long as I get one, everybody else gets one. Okay, that's the way I want to work. Now, I've got to say it. Do I get the option if somebody goes and buys one? No, I don't. And it might happen. But I would prefer to say, let's work as a team, as a group, as an open, consensus, yeah, where everybody gets a say. You know, if we all want to be equal, let's be equal. Let's all say, right, who out of all those 28 planets, which planet is lagging behind? Which one hasn't got as many plots as the other one? Okay, that's the next one that we look at. So anybody that wants to buy a plot of land, they can just come to the Discord group or Telegram group and say, right, guys, who's up next? I've got $50 or $100 or whatever, and we can take a quick look down the list and say, right, okay, there's no forcing people to do this. We just think it's a good idea to help people along. Now, this is something that I came up with regarding the show as well. So I'll let you finish off with what you were speaking about, Meng, and then I'll talk about the advert in the show that I spoke about on Friday. Okay.
No, that was it. You filled it in with the membership being free. But that's basically it. That's all I got for the Starlords, and anything else that you can add to it.
Okay, so you mentioned the token. Do you want to explain a bit about the token?
Yep. Yeah, so the BOF will be releasing their own. Well, every planet has the option to create their own token and use that as a planetary token. But with the Starlord Pioneers, we're going to be utilizing a BOF token that's going to be used between all the 28 planets so far.
If they choose to.
And that will be coming in the future.
If they choose to.
Yeah, they have a choice to.
Yeah.
Which would be nice, because then it's easy conversion.
Yeah, what we was looking at is it might be of better value if more than just one planet owns that token. We could utilize that token amongst other planets. And if people saw the benefit to that, then they could do that. And like Crypto Big D's just said, I like the idea. That's right. We're not forcing anybody to do anything. We're just, brainstorming ideas and say, hey, what about this? What about that? That's our purpose, guys, because that could bring value to other people's planets should the opportunity be not as great as another planet. We could maybe help stabilize the value of your planet, if that makes sense. Yeah. We want to work together. Crypto Big D, just out of curiosity, I do think you are a planet owner, aren't you? I think you're in our Starlord Pioneers list. Is that right? I'll just wait a second because there's a bit of a lag on the chat group. But yeah, I do believe he is. I think I added him to the list the other day. And please excuse me, I speak to 1,000,001 people every day. So, names go in that ear and out the other, and they don't stop in the middle. Oh, no, you're not. Oh, okay. Well, you're getting the ideas of what we're looking at. Bail Organa, yeah. It's like different civilizations learning to trade and do commerce together. Love the idea. Absolutely. Now, I tell you what, I'm a country tavern type of guy. Yeah. I would rather sit with my country woolen socks on and my feet up next to a log fire. Okay, but the sound of Winnie's wine bar really intrigues me. You know, I will take my socks off and I will go to her wine bar. Yeah. So this is what we're looking at. Winnie might accept the, BOF token, for instance, at the wine bar. So this is what we're looking at. We bring value to her planet as well. So Crypto Big D, I'm considering this. That's awesome. This is what we want to look at. We can tell our viewers what ideas we're coming up with, and if they think that's a good idea, then it gives them an incentive to move forward with us at the right pace. Like I say, don't jump in, see what we're doing first. I was preparing purchasing land, but makes sense to hold fire and plan accordingly. Absolutely, I can't stress that enough. Come on, guys, I'm a planet owner, okay? I've got money waiting to buy plots of land, and I've foreseen it might be five days, it might be a week before I decide to buy land. And I've got a TFA waiting, hopefully, to take that forward as well. I'm not rushing, guys, and everybody would expect me to rush forward and do it. I'm not. Crazy idea to do that, because you don't know what's coming next, okay? I would like to utilize 10% with my HPT tokens. So why would I get up early just to buy plots of land? So there you go. Okay. So Sarah, over to you. Have you got anything that you'd like to add to this evening's show? We've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. It's gone really well this evening, guys. It's nice to see plenty of people on from YouTube. I don't know about Facebook. I haven't seen many chatting from Facebook this evening. So I hope people are getting our link okay. Is there anybody watching live from YouTube or Facebook that would like to ask a question? Because don't forget, guys, this is a community show. If you'd like to come on the show, you're more than welcome. Hit us up after the show. Let us know what your topic is, what you want to talk about, and we'll see about getting you a link to come on the show. Any questions, put them in the chat box. We can answer to YouTube. We can answer to Facebook. Our other 3 links, which will be Twitter, Telegram, and Discord, we can't answer them live. So we'll answer those posts after the show's finished. So anybody want to come on and say anything before we close this show off?
Well, I'll just say something. I don't normally talk much online. I'm much more of an observer, and I tend to just listen. And I learn that way rather than spilling it all out of my own mouth. But I think listening to everyone is really inspiring for me, because I'm just behind the scenes, really, and I don't normally come out and say anything. But for my planet, I actually have no idea what I'm going to do on it. I think for me, I want to see what's available and start playing, start learning more and more. That's what I like doing in my own time, at my own pace.
I think by joining these shows, though, being part of the shows,
this might help as well.
Okay, so everybody has a part to play in the shows, don't they?
Mm.
Okay, you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to do now, then, it's like different civilizations learning to trade. We got that. Okay, I have got a question before I move on, because I have got something else to talk about. What we got here? I would like to ask questions, but I'm confused. I will wait until I see how some land sales go in the next few days. I need to figure out how to link my accounts or just leave as is, as I have some family accounts and need to sort it all out. Okay, James. Yeah. Before purchasing land, if you purchase land, okay, that will help. But like, I don't know how long you've been watching the show, but Coach Leon came on earlier on and explained the importance. Oh, Jambo, James, of course it is. Welcome, sir. Yeah, got you. I know who I'm talking to now. Yeah. Now then, Jambo, are you in Texas? You were in Texas last time. Yeah, okay. Okay, the importance is to make sure you get the primary account active. Okay. No, Canada. Okay, you was in Texas before, but you're out of Canada. Okay. So you need to know where your primary account is. Okay, because don't forget the importance of every step. I'll tell you what I did the other day. This is what I did. Okay. You're talking to somebody now that you would consider, oh, Kev knows what he's doing. He's been doing this all the time. He gives brilliant advice. I'll tell you what happened. I gets myself a notepad and I gets myself a pen. I sat down there and I looked at it, bearing in mind I had another relapse the other day, so I was a little bit blank anyway. But I sat there with my pen and pad and I thought, right, my accounts are really simple, guys. I've got Hyperverse, Hypernation, and that's about it, you know. But as you know, Hyper Community splits them off and blah, 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 okay? And I had a little bit of a Satoshi AI connection through Leon, Coach Leon. So I thought, it's going to be easy for me to choose what to do. And I sat there with my pad and pen for a good 10 minutes thinking, where do I start? I really don't know where to start. Okay, there's the one with my downlines. There's the one with what I would presume my TFA will go on. But where do I put my funds if I go on that one? And I'm not joking, guys. For you guys that have got multiple accounts, yeah, please don't jump into anything first, okay? Take your time to really work out how you want to do this. I've seen members today posting some atrocious advice, and I mean that. People saying, oh, it doesn't matter, you can send your friends some to your downline. Hang on a minute, guys. If you send funds from anywhere to anywhere else, you get one option. You have to send them all. Okay. Any withdrawals with your pending rewards or your HPT, as far as we've been told, is you send them all. Okay. If it's not true, that's fine. But if you do it the other way, you'll have made a mistake. Okay. So I'd rather advise, don't send any until you know, because if you send whatever you think and it all goes, then you've lost the lot, So be very careful on what you're doing. Do we know if we will have the option to merge accounts or transfer funds across into one account? Yeah, absolutely. Now, this is the good thing about it, right? Look on your left hand. Is that my left or your left? That's my left. I don't know what it is to you, but that's my left. Okay. Look on your left hand, and that's where your hyper community rewards are. Okay. Look on your right hand, and that's where your Dowversal primary account is. Okay. You can send your rewards from either of them accounts to your primary account. Any of them can go to that account. Because the way I understand it is you will get a wallet address in your Dowversal account like any other crypto transaction. And you've got a withdrawal button in every single account in your hyper community accounts. So why not? Why not? It makes sense. We could do it with Hyperbond if you remember. You could send it from A to B, C, D, or E as long as it accepts that token. Yeah. So there's nothing that logically tells me that you can't do it. I have read that you can send it to, you can send money from either of your hyper community accounts to your primary account. Okay. We need to understand the benefits. I've missed one there. Good question. Do we know if we will have the option to merge account? No, I read that one. We would need to understand the benefits if there are none. Wise words. Right. One thing I would say, though, is once it's in, be careful. You might not be able to move it out. Okay. Now, this is another thing we had to be careful with. Winnie's there nodding her head with Hypercosmos. Yeah. It's all right sending stuff in. If you can't get it out, you're screwed. Okay. So be careful. All right. These are the things that trip people up before. And I can't say it any louder than what I'm saying it tonight. Okay. I may sound like a broken record, guys, but we've got you this far. We don't want to lose you now. You know, and we want people to get advice. Okay. There's one big mistake that people are making. We get the advice first. No. There's no point in that. We get the advice right. That's the point. Okay. The point is, if you get the advice right, it doesn't matter whether it's 4 days old. At least it's right. Yeah. And we all make mistakes. Don't get me wrong. We all make mistakes. But I would rather take my time and get it right. Okay. That's why we've got the community that we've got today, because they've took that advice and said, okay, we do want to move on, but okay, we'll wait, you know, and they've thanked me for that. It's always best to. And like Leon said, be very careful, because once you've staked your stone land, or your plot of land on a stone planet, if you unstake it, you can't do that anymore with that account. That's that account gone for stone land placing, staking. Okay. So you don't get that option again. Got to be careful, guys. All right. Like I say, right, on to the last topic of the evening. And you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to give you the intermission once more.
Metaverse Masterminds, broadcasting live across 5 online platforms: Twitter, Telegram, Discord, Facebook, and YouTube. Join in the lively chat and get your messages posted direct into the studio. Live chat is available from the Bureau of Forefront Facebook page and the Metaverse Masterminds YouTube channel.
Okay, guys, welcome back to the Metaverse Masterminds live studio. Just coming back on to our last topic of the evening. And that last topic is based around we don't leave anybody behind. Okay. Now, what do I mean by we don't leave anybody behind? Okay. For the last few months, I've seen many people left behind from people that have turned their backs because they didn't want to face the music. It's as simple as that. But I'm not going to upskittle all the apple carts and create a major problem out of this, because that's not how I work. I work on providing solutions. Okay. So what are them solutions? People want to move forward. Okay. People want to either buy land or planets, or just move forward with the TFA or something like that. So what's the solution for that member? And we all know there's at least one member that we know that wants to remain passive, but they don't want to be left behind. Okay. There's plenty of them in our Discord group, silent warriors they are. They're there and they're doing the right thing. They're getting that information in there, but they're going to get not left behind, but they're going to be slow at moving forward. Well, we've come up with this idea, guys. I'm going to cut to the chase. You've seen the broadcast with episode 1 here, and I'm quite impressed with it. I like it. I think it's something different. We intend taking this into the metaverse so we can broadcast it within the metaverse, as well as on the 5 platforms that we're live on now, which is going across the ticker at the bottom. So what's our solution? Our solution is, you just saw it a few minutes ago. It's called an intermission. Okay. Now that intermission we can change to show small adverts of planets, anything like that. No matter what that member wants to promote, we can do that. Okay. Buddykins has just given her example of, I know what I want to do and I'm not very good at talking, but I'm just listening to get ideas. So we come up with an idea. Okay, then we can provide a show, and this show costs me money. Okay, I put the money in. Now, don't get me wrong, I love it. I don't mind putting the money into it, but let's try and get it self-serving. Okay, so if we said, right, give us a couple of dollars or something and we'll give you a basic advert in that show, okay, that would gain them the interest from the viewers. Now, say if they bought a planet, for instance, but they don't go advertising, they're not multi-level marketers, they don't do a lot on social media, we could say, well, we'll do that in the intermission. Instead of advertising the fact that we're going across 5 platforms, we can change it and we can advertise your planet, your coordinates and so forth. Yeah. So you give us an idea of what you want to promote or what you want us to promote, throw us a couple of dollars in our wallet that helps to create these broadcast shows. It's a win-win situation. That'll help you move forward in the metaverse at the same rate as us, and obviously give more content for the viewers as well, because they can just jot down the coordinates, and after the show they can go and have a look around your planet. Okay, so take that on board, guys. Let us know what you think. Chat to us after the show. Go into Discord or Telegram groups and let us know what you think to that idea, because again, this isn't about profit making. This doesn't go in my pocket. This goes into a public wallet for the Bureau of Forefront that can be seen at any time. That wallet is visible in Discord and Telegram for people to look at. So it's all transparent and above board. Okay. When we start generating a small income again, I mean, we've got to start promoting the NFTs again. We've got NFT. We've got NFT collections that we want to promote again. Once we start generating a little bit of income from that, we can start giving prizes away, hosting quizzes within the broadcast. Okay, so it all brings fun to the community again. Don't forget, this is only episode 1, and this has been quite a challenge to put all this together. Okay, we've done this within, what would you say, Sarah, 2 weeks max? Yeah, taking it from the webinar only from Discord to 5 platforms with the ability to record them for future viewers as well. I mean, this is phenomenal. All we want now is just a bit of media attention, promotion and so forth, and we're away. Okay. And like I say, if you enjoy the show, guys, share it in your accounts. Show people what you've been watching tonight. I think there's been a steady view from YouTube of 17 viewers. So we don't know about the other platforms because we don't get that live feed at the top of the studio window here. So at the bottom line, guys, you know, if you like it, share it. Sharing is caring, isn't it? Right, okay, we're coming to the end of the show. Winnie, we'll go down the row of presenters and helpers. Winnie, would you like anything to add to this evening? It's been a pleasure having you on board, love. It's been a great show this evening.
Yeah, it's been great to be here. Yeah, great job. I think it's a good platform, having people interacting and asking questions. Yeah, just repeat what you said. Take it slow. Don't panic.
That's right.
Yeah, and stay connected. with
Get
us.
that image. Get that. I always get this image when you come on camera, Winnie.
The dog's
you
whining. That's right.
You mentioned to me a couple of months ago that all you're aiming for is that sandy beach with the palm trees and a
Yeah.
cocktail in your. Why not? Take it
Yes.
steady, guys. You know, this is what life's about now. We should start enjoying this space, not stressing about it.
Yeah.
Those stressful days are over, guys. They're over. This is why this is episode 1. This is the first episode of our new life together. Okay. Thank you very much for your company this evening, Winnie. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on board.
My
Okay.
pleasure.
Thank you. Next in line's Coach. Let's bring Coach on. Some wise words of wisdom, Coach. You always give us a wise word of wisdom before we leave. So go ahead, sir.
Hey, thanks, guys. The broadcast was awesome. You guys was on point with everything y'all talking about. That's good. What I basically say is in terms of closing, that we are evolving consciousness. What that basically means that when you're born, you had nothing in your head. Your head was empty. You didn't know nothing. But every day you go around your life, you take information and you keep growing, you keep growing. And the question is the value you put on this information. If you see, if you walk into a area and you see a snake, the question is that dangerous, a garden snake or as a cobra? If you don't know that, you see a garden snake, you still run like it's a cobra, but you got to know what's dangerous and what's not dangerous. We all get information, but we got to weigh the information based on the value we give it, and that determines how you act and how you be and how you feel. So when you know that, it was all about the context of value in the context of the information. And we all get the same content, but we have different value system to it. So we all behave different according to it. So that's the bottom line in terms of what's going to Hyperforce, with Hyperforce, Hibernation, everything we're doing right now, taking it to Diversal, is to weigh the information properly. You need to weigh the information, and by doing that, you have to get the opportunity to do the right thing yourself. You got to check your emotional stability. Because investment is about emotions, not about things. And this is an investment. A lot of us got to remember it's an investment. It's not other things. Okay, so you get a chance of disturbing yourself. If you can't sleep, you do something you can't sleep. It's not wise. You got to pay medical bills. See, so you got to pay attention to what's what. So weigh the information properly, add proper value to it, and then you move, then you act. Because that will determine what is going on. That's all I got.
Leon, you blow me away every day, mate. Every day you give us your wise words, it blows me away. Thank you so much for sharing those words with us this evening, sir. It's much appreciated. Okay, Sergeant Meng, let's see if we can... Streams is having connection issues.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, Meng's having connection issues, so don't know whether he can come on.
All right, I'm right here. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
We can hear you, Meng. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. So I like to actually add a little bit to that last part with what you were talking about, the little intermissions. With the intermissions, it's not only for just like Starlord plan owners, it's for anybody that want to be able to sell their self. And what I mean by that is, be able to present something to the community on what you like to do. It's not only about us saying, hey, here's a couple planets that you can go and stake on. You could be, like for instance, jaywalking can actually go in there and say, hey, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we could hear you.
Yeah, carry on, Meng. I don't know whether it's our end or yours.
Oh. Is it breaking up?
No, it's good.
No,
it's
go
clear.
ahead. I think it's sorted out now.
Oh, okay. So for instance, like for Jason, if he wanted to, he can do a little small intermission with, promoting his story, stuff like that. So, so take advantage of it, guys. As for, for everybody. So just remember, always stay connected, keep educating yourself, so that way, you know how to move forward within this metaverse. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Meng. Buddykins.
As if you do it again.
Go on, try again. We've got a bad connection here, I think, but go ahead.
Well, I think everyone has already said it, but I think this is fantastic. Even though I'm a bit optimistic, excited, but I think it's good that we're all working together. I'm happy with that.
Absolutely. Thank you, Sarah. Okay, Jason, last one up, buddy. A few wise words. Come on, Jay.
No pressure, right? I can heartily agree with everything that everybody has said. And Coach, thank you so much. I second as well what Kev said, because I think of you as the Bureau's resident philosopher. And you helped get me through some hard days, because your advice applies to just every area of life. So thank you.
You're welcome.
The idea, thank you, my brother. The idea of building a community and then communities, because man, the world is crazy right now, and everybody, for all our technology, people are so separated. And for myself, I don't want to get too far into it because we're at the end now, but like my memoir, I'm working on the Superman memoir project, but the actual book's going to be called Boy in the Book Closet. I've been separated for a lot of my life from the world for various reasons, and seeing the ability to come together now in a way that is enriching and empowering and rewarding as well, man, what a time to be alive. It's exciting. And I believe everyone has a story to tell, and here you've got the opportunity to do that. So do it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you for joining us this evening and sharing your thoughts, ideas, and expectations within the metaverse. Okay, guys, that brings us to the end of this evening's show. And as you can see, this is what it's all about. The community, this is what the broadcast is about, bringing the community together. If any of you guys have enjoyed the show and would like to appear live on video stream with us, please contact us via Telegram or Discord. The links have been put in the chat room. It's been an absolute pleasure hosting this evening's episode 1. I look forward to hosting many, many more in the future. It's been a blast, it really has. If you've got any ideas or thoughts on what you would like to see in the show, just hit us up. Let us know what you'd like the broadcast to show as well. It's been a great pleasure in doing this evening. You take care, guys, and we'll see you very soon. I'll be live in Discord, giving people a few posts later on. Take care. See you all soon. Good night.
Metaverse Masterminds is a non-profit organization brought to you by the members of the Bureau of Forefront. All equipment, research, time, energy, and wisdom is offered free of charge by the members. This video broadcast is streamed across 5 platforms to community members all around the world. If you would like to support the efforts of the Bureau, please consider a small donation towards the running costs of this invaluable service. However small, it will be greatly appreciated. Thank you.